Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So here's your daily news report and fourth stimulus check update. I'll be discussing whether the next round of stimulus checks will be included in Joe Biden's next infrastructure bill. And remember, I'm going to be separating the facts from fiction in today's video. Now folks, thank you so much for being here. The whole goal of this channel is to provide you with the most up-to-date and reliable stimulus check news. I personally believe that our politicians in Congress must help out the American people by sending out a fourth stimulus check. And if you guys agree, then let's get this video to 1,000 likes. So everybody, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has expressed hope that Congress will pass Joe Biden's $2 trillion infrastructure proposal before the August recess. During Pelosi's press conference, she said that the House committee could take up the new bill in May. So everybody, we might get a stimulus check, a fourth stimulus payment during the summer. Speaker Nancy Pelosi also said, "I would hope that our part in the House will be largely done before the 4th of July. Whether the whole package can be done by then, we just don't know. But as some have suggested, we want to do it before the August break." So everybody, the Biden administration is now focused on passing Joe Biden's infrastructure bill, but unfortunately a couple of Republican lawmakers have already balked at the size of Joe Biden's plan. Some have even questioned the inclusion of provisions related to specific issues, such as home care for the elderly and disabled. Other lawmakers have criticized the proposal to pay for the package by raising the corporate tax rate from 21% to 28%. There are many different provisions in the infrastructure plan, but folks, do you believe that we should get a fourth stimulus check? Leave a comment down below saying yes or no. So everybody, while Speaker Pelosi has stated that she wants the package to pass on a bipartisan basis, Pelosi has acknowledged that Congress may have to use budget reconciliation to approve the legislation, which allows the bills to pass in the Senate with a simple majority. And folks, most legislation requires 60 votes to advance in the Senate, and Democrats hold a slim 50-seat majority, and this means that Democrats will need support from 10 Republicans in order to bring bills to the Senate floor for a vote. Speaker Pelosi also said, "If we have to go to reconciliation, that's a lever, but I hope it's not something that we need to do." So everybody, it seems very likely that Democratic lawmakers will use the budget reconciliation process in order to pass Joe Biden's package through Congress. And this means lawmakers can include a fourth round of stimulus checks into the infrastructure bill, and they would not need Republican support. Now folks, details have not been finalized yet, but we do know that Speaker Pelosi wants to pass this new bill before August. So you should expect to receive a fourth stimulus check payment in either July or August. And everybody, lawmakers are still pressuring Joe Biden and the administration to include another relief check for the Americans in the new bill. But remember that Speaker Pelosi also wants to divide the package into two bills. One to cover physical aspects of infrastructure, like highways and transportation, and another to handle social issues. But progressive lawmakers have pushed for passing only one package, worrying that Democrats will not want to approve a second bill after passing the first one. With all these different packages and bills being passed, it is likely that one of them will include another stimulus payment for the American people. Republican senators this Tuesday discussed a counter-proposal to Joe Biden's infrastructure plan. Republicans are interested in passing a $600 billion to $800 billion package. Now everybody, if lawmakers do pass the infrastructure plan in July, and it includes more stimulus checks, then eligible Americans could be seeing more stimulus money in their bank accounts late August. And everybody, the next official stimulus payments will be going out very soon to families, part of President Joe Biden's relief package. The payments are designed to pay down debts and bills, rolling out on a monthly basis, starting from July to December.
For Nancy Pelosi to make some remarks.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. As you probably know, there are many honors that are afforded to a member of Congress, and certainly many more to the Speaker of the House. But nothing surpasses the honor of being with the Black Caucus today when we have seen a step in the right direction for justice done. Earlier, around 3 o'clock, I spoke to the family to say to them, thank you, God bless you, for your grace and your dignity, for the model that you are, for appealing for justice in the most dignified way. They are in search of justice then, and now they see this giant step. But as our colleagues have said, it's not over. They complimented the Congressional Black Caucus for its role that it has played in all of this. They're eager to see Karen Bass's George Floyd Justice and Policing Act passed and signed by the President into law.
For a long-term strategic vision. As we speak, a climate crisis is already hurting Americans, and it will continue to get far worse if we don't act. And in this moment, we need to add back millions of jobs to fully recover from the pandemic, even as we build a stronger foundation for the economic future. It's in this context that we see the American Jobs Plan as a once-in-a-generation opportunity to meet this consequential moment and to win the future for the country that we all serve. This plan would improve more than 20,000 miles of roads and 10,000 bridges. It will strengthen aviation, ports, and waterways. It will address critical backlogs in rail and expand world-class passenger rail services, including high-speed rail. It has dedicated funds for projects that will have significant benefit to the regional and national economy, but are too large or complex for existing funding programs. The American Jobs Plan will fix and modernize our transportation system so that our economy and our country can thrive. That means finally addressing the inequities of past transportation choices, and it means increasing access and equity in projects going forward. And that means also tackling the climate crisis. In the United States, the transportation sector is the economy's single biggest contributor to greenhouse gases, which means it can and must be a big part of the solution to climate change. The American Jobs Plan will move us away from our over-reliance on fossil fuels and toward net zero carbon emissions by 2050. It will spark an electric vehicle revolution, building a network of 500,000 electric vehicle chargers across the country, in urban and rural areas, and provide rebates to make electric vehicles affordable for more Americans. The plan will double federal funding for public transit, making it a more reliable and accessible option to more people. And by investing billions to make travel safer for all Americans, whether they move by car, public transit, foot, bike, wheelchair, or any other means, it will reduce congestion on the road and pollution in the air. We draw inspiration from the New Deal's infrastructure projects and President Eisenhower's interstate highway system. But we cannot afford to rely on the original version of the roads, bridges, and airports they built all those years ago. The need for new investment is impossible to ignore. We see it in the sections of California's Highway 1 that fell into the ocean, in the Gulf Coast flooding that halted rail service after Hurricane Harvey, and in the loss of subway service for millions of New Yorkers after Hurricane Sandy. We see it in the storms on our coasts, the floods in the Midwest, the wildfires in California, and the deadly snowstorm in Texas. We must adapt.
Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I truly appreciate everyone's amazing support. Until next time, have a great day and stay safe.